DYBUYCBD. You've reached the Do Your Best Until podcast, and I'm your host, Michael Vaughn Williams, and I'm here today with a lovely young lady. And this is actually a young woman who is the oldest survivor of sickle cell anemia, and she is, how old are you?
80 years old.
80 years old. And this is Ms. Pat McGill. And Pat McGill, Pat, I'll just actually have you tell us. So who are you, Patricia McGill?
Patricia Allen McGill, and I was born in Houston, Texas, in a family of 5 children, and both my parents had the trait, and that is the only way you get the disease. Both my brothers did not have it. Both my sisters had the trait, and out of 5, I was the only one with the disease.
Wow.
And I actually consider it a blessing.
A blessing.
A blessing. My life has been tremendously different because I have sickle cell, and enriched. And I've been able to see the enrichment to other people.
Okay.
At this point, it feels like a life well spent.
Yes, and it looks like a life well spent. Now, you have 3 children.
I have 3 children, 2
Okay.
boys and a daughter.
And grandchildren?
And I have 6 grandchildren, 2 for each, 5 of which are girls and 1 is a boy.
Oh, wow. So how old is the boy?
He is 21.
Ah, so he's one of the older.
Right.
Okay.
And his sister is 18, and the next one is 15, and 14, and 12, and 10.
Wow. As you can see, Pat has an excellent memory. Now, Pat, this podcast is actually about doing your best until you can do better. And so what it does is it addresses different challenges that we all have in life. And sometimes it comes down to how you face those challenges. And so I can imagine with sickle cell, there were some challenges that you had to face and overcome, or either if you didn't give up, then just think of those people who wouldn't be here because you are here.
I'd like to think that is true, and there were a lot of issues coming up, because when you have sickle cell and you have a bad cold or you have the flu, it can turn into a crisis. And a crisis is very extensive pain that often sends you to the hospital. If you ask a sickle cell patient in crisis what their pain level is between 1 and 10, they almost always tell you 10.
Wow.
It's very, very rough. And when you're in the hospital, they usually hydrate you. Because that's one of the things that not just sickle cell people, but a lot of people don't hydrate well, which is why they don't recover well.
Okay.
So I cannot tell you how important it is to drink and stay hydrated. So when they get hydrated and they get pain meds, and sometimes within hours the pain meds work and they are better. Sometimes not. Now what happens with sickle cell, okay, let me go back and kind of explain sickle cell a little bit. Imagine a crescent-shaped moon,
Okay.
which has hooks
Right.
on 2 ends of it. Normal red blood cells are like donuts, round and shaped to the point that they move easily.
Right. Won't get caught on anything,
They
basically.
don't get caught on anything. So when you have a sickle cell crisis brought on generally by some kind of infection, a lot of those donut-shaped cells turn into sickle cells. And then they get caught up on each other and block passages to your bones, to your joints, to your organs.
Wow. Oh, okay.
And a lot of sickle cell patients actually die of organ failure. But if
Okay.
not failure, certainly in interruption, like kidney issues and
Okay.
bladder issues, heart issues, really important.
So the blood is not pumping properly throughout the body, then you don't have the oxygenation that you need in some places, and things can fail. Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
And so if you don't have the proper blood flow to these organs, they begin to fail.
Right.
Now, they don't always fail till they kill you, but they do a lot of damage along the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you will almost never find a sickle cell patient who isn't having some issues with their organs.
Oh, I see.
And I am no exception to that.
Mm-hmm.
I have, I like to say, a laundry list of issues that, impact me
Mm-hmm.
quite a bit. And when I was young, I only remember about 6 or 7, but I would be sick much more than other people
Mm-hmm.
and have to stay out of school. And when I was out of school, I wasn't regular. And I wanted to be regular. I wanted to be like all the other kids
Mm-hmm.
and go out and play in the rain. And yeah, that wasn't a good thing. And a lot of times I did it anyway,
Mm.
and I almost always paid the price for it.
Ah.
And sometimes these crises would last 5 or 6 days,
Oh, wow. Okay.
even with the pain meds. Between trying to get the pain down and get the issue resolved, i.e. kidney, heart, lung,
Mm-hmm.
it would take that long.
Wow.
Now, there's some sickle cell patients who spend months in the hospital trying to get it resolved.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's not a nice thing,
Mm-hmm.
but my philosophy of life is Romans 8:28. For we know that all things work together for good for those who love God
Mm-hmm.
and who are called according to His purpose.
Wow. Okay.
Not my purpose, not your purpose, not our purpose, but His purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And which means everything that happens to you, God has a plan for it.
Now, of course, you were diagnosed with sickle cell anemia at an early age.
Yeah.
So you have this philosophy, but at what point did you develop that philosophy?
When I was 13, I was sick a lot
Mm-hmm.
prior to that, but I didn't know, because I hadn't been diagnosed with sickle cell.
Oh,
I was just sick a lot.
Okay.
I was a sickly child,
Right. That's
kind
what
of
they used
thing.
to say back then. Yeah.
And when I was 13, I was diagnosed with sickle cell and really learned what it was about.
Okay.
And one of the first things I learned was the life expectancy was about 30.
Okay.
That was scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided then, if I'm only going to live to be 30, I'm going to live it up.
Okay.
And I started kind of doing that. Now, I wasn't going out and doing drugs and running the streets and stuff. I was like, I'm not going to let any opportunity pass me by.
Oh, okay.
So if I want to do that and it could kill me, okay, I will have done it.
Okay.
And so I kind of developed a fearless attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things they say about sickle cell patients is that you probably shouldn't have children because having a child is hard on the body in the first place.
Exactly.
And adding the sickle cell to it just exacerbated. You know, it makes it even worse. So I'm like, can't have a child? Watch me.
Oh, so that's why you ended up having 3 then.
3.
It wasn't just one. It was like,
One.
okay, well.
And the interesting part about it, I had my first son when I was 25. So now remember, I was
30.
supposed to live to be 30.
Okay.
On my 30th birthday, I was 8 months pregnant
With the second child?
with the second child.
Wow.
And her birthday is the month after mine.
Now,
So
when is her birthday?
her birthday is April 29th,
Okay.
and my birthday is March 17th.
March 17th. And you
And
made 80.
And that's when I made
Of this
80
year.
this year.
Okay.
And then I was really pushing it because I wanted 3. And the younger 2 are 17 months apart.
Wow. You didn't waste any time.
Hey, if this is all I can get, I'm going to take all I can get.
Wow. Okay.
And of course, having babies back to back like that was not a good thing.
Yeah.
So I was, sick. Before he was born, I was in the hospital 6 times,
Wow. 6 times.
getting blood transfusions.
So this is while you were pregnant.
Yes.
Okay.
And they are such wonderful people. I mean, I think because giving birth to them was such a sacrifice that it only made them better. They are fabulous people.
And I tend to agree. Even though, yes, this is a relative. Pat is also my cousin too. But hey, I've seen the 3 children, and she's absolutely right. They are wonderful people. And I don't say that just because they're relatives, but they're wonderful people.
And one of my philosophies about them growing up was that I wasn't probably going to live very long. And I wanted them to be such wonderful children that people would fight to get them.
Wow.
No, I want them. No, I want them.
Wow.
Because they were going to be really, really,
Yeah.
really good kids.
So
And
you
they
actually
were.
thought about that
Oh, yes.
when they were young, that you might not be around to
Yes.
take care of them.
And that was part of the philosophy of raising them. So the other thing is, I was sick a lot, after they were born. And they learned compassion and empathy and health care because they practice a lot with their mama. And I think that's part of them being so special. You
Well,
know?
I just noticed how they really love you. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. Each one of them, when they're around you, they're, Mommy, need anything? Okay, let's take care of Mama, and this sort of thing. So that's one of
Yes.
the things I've noticed in being around you and your children.
And they did that because that's the way they were trained. And part of my thinking about that, a lot of people think, I want to give my kids what I didn't have. I want to buy them stuff. I never thought about that stuff. I thought about my children's character.
Ah, okay.
And
So a word I'm feeling and pulling out is deliberate. Okay.
very deliberate. I wanted them, like I said, I wanted them people that folks would fight over, and that they were people who wanted to be in their presence,
Excellent.
that they felt good about being in their presence, and they were, very happy to be. And man, if that's not the truth about each one of them, they are just some real, real special people. And when I say I thank God for sickle cell, that's one of the reasons.
Oh, okay.
To have raised 3 children, I'm not sure I'd have been that clear-minded.
But the sickle cell forced you to focus. Okay, so you didn't know if you had the time to just kind of goof off.
That's exactly right.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your education, because you mentioned, I guess, you were sick in school and that sort of thing, but I think you went off to school, didn't you?
I did.
Okay, as far as
And-
college is concerned. Okay.
Believe me, I will not forget to mention that. I wanted to go away to school because my mother, who was a fabulous woman, was also an enabler.
Oh, okay.
And so she was, oh, don't do that. Oh, you can't
She was
do that.
concerned that you might
That
get
is
sick.
that, and as
Okay.
any mother would be
Mhm.
with a sickly child. So I wanted to go. I live in Houston, Texas, and I wanted to go to school on the East Coast.
Hmm.
So I went to Hampton University
Mhm.
in Hampton, Virginia. And it was on the water, and I could see the water. I loved the water. And as a consequence, when I was there, the people knew with my medical records that I had challenges, that I had sickle cell.
Mhm.
So they would call me into the infirmary on a regular basis.
Wow, just to
And
check
if-
you out. Huh.
And if I caught a cold, man, I had to go to the infirmary.
Wow.
I couldn't just battle it out in my dorm room. And I felt really supported.
Mhm.
But that's part of the things I love about HBCUs,
Mhm.
you know, that it's a caring environment and we look out for each other.
Mhm.
Doesn't mean other people don't do that, but I know they do it there.
Mhm.
And I had challenges, and I worked through them like I did everything else.
Hmm.
Just grit, you know.
So that was no doubt in your mind when you chose to go away to Hampton University that you were not going to be successful there.
No doubt in my mind.
Mhm.
And I have to go back a little ways. When I was in elementary school, because I was kind of bright,
Mhm.
I finished my work in record time.
Ah, okay.
And so then I would get in trouble. I'd be talking to people, and making spitballs or whatever. And so my teachers got into a habit of sending me out of the room to
Mhm.
run errands,
Oh, okay.
and, you know, that kind of thing. And one of those times I was coming back, I saw a young man on the steps. You know, we used to have the outbuildings,
Mhm. Right.
annexes and stuff. He was on the stairs of the main building, and the nurse was there with him. He was having a seizure,
Oh.
and she was trying to hold his tongue down
Mhm.
with depressors and stuff. And somehow or another, that moment really impacted me. So I wanted to be a teacher, and I wanted to be a teacher of special education.
Wow. Okay.
And that's what I did.
And about what grade was that you?
I was 8 years old, so I was about the third grade.
Wow. Okay.
So when I decided that day, I was going to be a teacher. And then the vision of being a special education teacher just got sharper over the years. When I went to Hampton, they didn't have special education. And I was determined to be in special ed. So I went there in elementary education.
Okay.
And then I went to the University of Houston for special education.
Okay.
And
So was that a master's program or?
Yes.
Okay.
and one of the things I like to say about special education is very serious job security.
Oh. Now, why is that? A lot-
Because There are never enough of us.
Oh, okay.
So you're not looking for a job for long in special ed.
Oh, it's always somebody looking for you. Okay.
And the good ones particularly.
Hmm.
Because people don't like dealing with people that are that different.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And as a result, because I liked it, and because I just had a heart for them,
Hmm.
I got a job wherever I went. In fact, when I got to Houston, I wanted to come back home. And they sent a recruiter. I'm sure there was a recruiter going all over the country. But I interviewed for my job in special ed in Houston, in New York City.
Wow. They sent somebody to interview you in New York for the Houston position. They didn't have you come to Houston to interview here. Okay, wow. Yes, they wanted you.
It's job security.
Yes.
And I tell every kid I can tell who is trying to figure out where to go. If you want to teach somebody, teach the special people.
Mhm.
You'll have job security, and you'll always feel valued, because one of the things that special ed teachers do for that population is to love them.
Ah, okay.
To love them and make them, help them to know that they are valued.
Excellent. Hmm.
And when you make somebody feel like they're loved and valued, they have to way on to wherever they plan to go.
Exactly. Hmm.
And I've seen some really, really good people in my lifetime. I had one young lady who called me every year, 2 or 3 times, until she was about 50.
Wow. And you taught her from what grade to?
From the 10th to the 12th grade.
Okay, 2 years. Okay. So she was probably, what, 16, 17?
18, yeah.
Okay.
And I remember because she was the same age as my oldest son.
Okay.
I mean,
So
that
she
was
would just
cool.
call you just to say hello, see how you were doing, that sort of thing.
Right.
Hmm.
What was going on.
So you made a tremendous impact on her life then.
Yeah, and I was friends with her to the point that I gave her my phone number. That
Okay.
usually doesn't happen. But I wanted to be an encourager.
Okay.
And that is one of the titles that describes me the best,
Okay.
is an encourager.
Excellent.
And I value that.
And that's what this podcast is about, encouraging people to do their best
Yes.
until they can do better. And I can see just throughout your life that you had to, first of all, encourage yourself,
Yes.
because you have to realize that there's value in you. And when you can see that, then you can say, okay, I'm going to value me. I'm going to do the best that I can right now. And as you do that, then you end up getting better. So that's what the podcast is about, and encouraging people.
And you are doing a fabulous job by doing this, because people don't understand, how do you get to better?
True. Yep.
One, you believe you can,
Hmm.
and two, you do the work that it takes to get there.
Exactly. I look at it like for exercising, because with exercising, most people realize that you don't just start off being, let's say you're weightlifting or something like that, and you want to lift, let's say just 100 pounds. If you've never lifted 100 pounds, the first time you try it, it's probably you're not gonna be able to do
Break
it.
your back.
But if you work at it, let's say you start at 25 pounds, and you can do
Right.
that. You start building on that, and then maybe 3 weeks down the road, you can do 50 pounds. And before you know it, you're doing 100 pounds just to start, and you're working your way up to maybe 300 pounds.
Yes.
And so it's the same thing with life.
Yes.
You start where you are, But you have to realize where you are. Sometimes people don't think about where they are. They're so busy thinking about where they want to go
Yes.
that they're not appreciating where they are.
And
so,
boy, we need to do that more often.
exactly.
And be grateful
Ah,
for where we are.
exactly. Yes.
Not looking so far down the road that I want to do this and I want that and I want whatever. To say, this moment in time,
Mm-hmm.
I am blessed.
So
And
true.
I'm going to enjoy this moment in time.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And every day is this moment in time.
True. True.
Every day.
Well,
And
that-
when you are a person whose days you thought were limited,
Ah,
and you treat each one like it might be the last one, man, you sure get a whole lot more out of it.
so true. So true. It's amazing how this is sort of tying into my life. And the podcast is going to really span the 6 decades plus of my life, plus it'll be more as I interview people who are senior to me. But one of the things that I realized that I'm about 5 years of age, and it'll be in one of the other episodes, actually in episode 1, how to, once you get to that point to where you see that your life could be ended, and if it's not ended, you realize that, wow, you're thankful for each and every day. And that happened to me at about 5 years of age.
Wow.
And so it's like, okay, man, you know, it's one of those things. And if you've listened to episode 1, you realize that I actually tried to commit suicide at about age 5. And it just so happened that the gun wasn't loaded.
Wow.
So one of those things. So you never know. And so I really try to get parents to see just how important they are, because you never know what your child is thinking about. And sometimes it's important to just take that time to listen to what's important to them. In my particular case, of course, if you listen to episode 1, you know I wanted to go fishing with my dad. And he said that only the adults were going. Well, when I didn't go, I remembered where the gun was. And I went into the room, put the gun to my chest, and pulled the trigger. And it was only because the gun wasn't loaded that I'm here today
Wow.
to talk to you. I never told my father about that. I told my mother about it when I was a teenager. And she started crying. She didn't know anything like that had happened. So she may have told my father, I don't know. But it was one of those things where, to me, not going fishing, that was a big deal for me as a 5-year-old child, because I wanted to go. And I didn't understand why I couldn't go. And even though he wasn't mean about saying that I couldn't go, it's like, no, this time the adults are going. So it's so important once you realize that your life could be over. And if it's not, if it's spared for one reason or another, then there's some reason that you're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
And so it can change your perspective as far as how you treat yourself and how you treat other people.
Other people.
So it's
Absolutely.
amazing how this is tying together.
And I think most of us have that moment in time where we decide, which is it going to be? Are we going to live a life that is fruitful and honoring God? Or are we going to just slide through it? Or are we going to give up on it?
Right.
And each one is a very important decision.
And it's so important that you recognize that you are making a decision,
Yes.
and then appreciate where you are at that point in time. As we talked before, sometimes you're so worried, and I like to give sports analogies sometimes and exercise analogies, because a lot of times people understand that it's important that you do it because it's beneficial to your body and your
Yes.
mind and that sort of thing, exercising. But oh, well, I just have this to do and that to do and this to do and that to do. My point is, look, be honest with yourself. Start where you are. But the key word there is start.
Start.
And so
So
I'd
you're
like
right.
to to really get to that analogy, because most of the times people realize that, because it's not easy to have that program where you get up and you walk, whatever you can do, and that's the point. Hey, my exercise program may be different from your exercise program, and the point is that we start where we are, and don't compare yourself to anybody else, because what you do is more important for you
Yes.
than what I do. And
Yes.
that's the key point that really I'd like to get across to everybody. And the things that you've actually done, you realized where you were, you realized that there were limitations,
Yes,
but
that's right.
that didn't keep you from doing what you wanted to do. So you started,
I'm
you did
not
the best that you could do.
Defined by my limitations.
Exactly. So Pat, now I know we've been talking for a little while here, but if there were a few points that you would like to get across to, let's say, a younger person, or even an older person, what are some of those points you would like to get across?
I'll go back to my favorite verse, that all things work together for good. All things. Now, right now, I'm in a facility for rehab, because I have fallen and broken my shoulder and my pelvis. And it's kind of hard to look at that and say, all things work together for good.
All right.
But they do, because I have been hopefully part of improving the atmosphere around here. I have given some people an opportunity to serve, and I've also given people an opportunity to look at what difference they can make,
Ah, so important.
and to learn compassion, and maybe on a few occasions help people understand that you're not in the right market.
Ah.
And all of that will work together for good.
True.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work together for my good, but it will work together for good.
True.
And that's what's real important. Work together for good. So you know what that does? It helps you not cry in your milk about what's happening to you. Oh, I lost my job, and my wife left me, and the house burned down, and those things will happen. It's life.
True.
And it's how you handle it. And when the bad things happen, and you say, which is what I say most of the time, okay, Lord, what are you trying to teach me?
Good point.
Because there's a lesson in this, I know. And can we hurry up with the lesson? Because this is painful.
Oh.
And so that is one. And I cannot express the importance of drinking water.
Oh, okay.
70% of the illnesses in the world, and I know in America, could be exacerbated by drinking more water. 70%.
Wow, that's a big
That's
number.
a lot.
Yes.
Stop drinking Coke and drink water.
And here it comes again, that word, deliberate. Being
Gotta
deliberate
make
about it.
deliberate decisions.
Yep.
And
That's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to change that, because that's one area I need to do better in. Drinking more
everybody
water.
can, but you got to decide and stick to it. And that, okay, so one is being deliberate about what you're going to say, with your analogy about the weights. You got to keep the goal in mind is, I want to lift 100 pounds. And then do incremental things
Incremental.
to get there.
Yep. The goal, yes.
Keep the goal in mind. And then figure out how you can make other people's lives better.
Ah, excellent.
Because when you make other people's lives better, your life is better.
True.
And one of the things I've been saying a lot in the last couple of years, what goes around comes around.
Hmm.
You be nasty and not kind to people. What happens when you get to that same stage? Because if you live
comes
long
around.
enough, you're going to get old.
True.
And you want people to be helpful to you and kind, and as a result of you having done that for other people, it will be done unto you.
Right. It's kind of like an investment. Yep.
You don't put anything in the bank, you don't have nothing to go draw out.
Exactly. Exactly.
And you're right. And our lives are an investment. And we invest in other people's lives.
True. DYBU, YCDB. Do your best until you can do better. Well, I tell you, Pat, this has been a lovely experience. And I thank you also because you have been the family historian. And I still have my family book that goes back many generations.
Yes.
And that has been such a blessing. So I'd like to say to each one of you who are listening to this podcast, do your best until you can do better. Your life touches so many other lives.
Yes.
So thank you so much. And until the next one, bye-bye. DYBU, YCBD.
That was fun.
Thank you.